Godwin, a novel, by Joseph O'Neill. Read for you by Karen Chilton and Kirby Heyborne. L. Wolfe was behaving strangely with clients and coworkers. Annie, my co-lead, thought we should give him a written warning, in accordance with our guidelines. In her opinion, a recent incident crossed the line. I was more cautious. A written warning was a big step. I felt it would be more constructive and less destabilizing to our community to offer Wolfe a measure of support. He was a long-standing member of the group. This was the first time that he'd had any real issues with his workplace deportment. I suspected he was having the kind of difficulties that all of us face at one time or another. I told Annie I'd meet him for a coffee and try to find out what was going on. I had no deep feelings about Wolfe. I wished him well, of course, but I barely knew him, even though we'd been colleagues for 7 years. Like many of our more experienced members, he worked from home and came to the office only for the occasional meeting. He'd say very little and leave at the first opportunity. That was fine. Members were under no obligation to get involved in the group's internal administration. The group, officially the P4 Group, was founded in 2004 as a technical writing cooperative. The cooperators were known as members. Each member paid the group a flat monthly subscription, plus an annual contribution that was calculated as a percentage of their earnings. In return, the group managed members' client relations, including fee negotiation and billing, provided them an office where they could meet colleagues and clients, and gave them a stronger brand presence. It's more professional for a technical writer to be identified as a part of an organization with an impressive website. A collective like the group is attractive to someone who wants to stay self-employed, but doesn't want the risk, hassle, and isolation associated with being a sole trader or freelancer. The term freelance sounds good, but most folks find the reality stressful and not at all free. To become a member, a writer had to demonstrate their personal and professional suitability. That wasn't as forbidding as it sounded. If you were a technical writer who did okay during the 3-month probationary period, you would very likely be offered membership. We were always looking to take on new people. Our turnover was significant. Technical writing is hard and not for everyone. Annie and I were the group's co-leads. If a prospective client contacted the group, it was the co-lead's job to handle the approach on behalf of the membership. If a member asked for help with their practice, it was our job to handle that too. Annie managed one half of the members. I took care of the other half. None of it was easy. When the group's membership increased, our responsibilities as co-leads also increased. Meanwhile, our compensation stayed flat at around $20,000 PA. Annie and I did not make an issue of it. We were ready to accept part-time pay for a full-time job out of idealism. Idealism, if it's real, means extra work. When we started out, our ideals were foggy. The 4 founders, Annie and I plus 2 others, were women. But we did not attach importance to that fact. We did not see ourselves as feminists. We saw ourselves as a quartet of competent women. If anything, we were embarrassed by the absence of men, and we made a push to recruit them. They were needed because we were busy right away. There are countless medical scientific entities based in Greater Pittsburgh, and they all could use help with their technical and commercial literature. We were much more successful than we'd anticipated. Soon, we needed to be more systematic, more institutional. In 2006, Annie and I produced the group's Constitution, Rules, and Guidelines for Co-operators. It took a year to put it together, but what fun we had. We learned so much.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?